When people tell you, be yourself, most of the time we think this is a beautiful advice. But the truth is that you don't have to be yourself. In fact, you're not even yourself. Most of us are not ourselves. Do you know that your beliefs, so many things you hold dear to yourself, most of the things you believe in, or most of the belief system that you have, were actually handed over to you by someone else other than you? Your parents, your school, your teachers, your friends, your environment. These are the things that help shape the so called person that you are right now. And most of the time, we hold these things as though that is how it should be. And we live mediocre lives. We're average in many ways. We don't actually become who we truly are supposed to be. Instead of being who you are, you need to be on the journey of discovering your true self. And that means trying to question so many things that you believe in. And the only way you can really know that you need to be more than who you are, and that who you are presently is nothing compared to who you ought to be, is by looking around yourself, looking up around your life experiences, looking around what is happening for you in your life, in your relationship, in your business, in everything around you. Ask yourself honestly, be brutally honest with yourself. Is this the way things are supposed to be for me? Is this the way things are supposed to happen for me? Am I supposed to be really in this kind of relationship? Why is my business not doing well? When you ask yourself these questions, and you honestly have to sit back and think about why these things are happening, why is it that some people within your age bracket, that has the kind of education you have, that live in your locality, are doing better than you are doing? Why is it so? Why is it that while you are struggling, other people are having it good? I am not saying that everybody has everything working out good and fine, but it's possible for us to have everything working out good and fine, especially the ones we can control. Because definitely there are things we may not be in a position to control, but the ones we can control, we can do something about. And so we need to begin to do an introspection. We need to begin to look at our belief system and ask ourselves, where do we inherit this? Why do we have to believe in this? Why do we have to believe that business has to be like this? Relationship has to be like this? I have to respond this way? Why is it that I'm an introvert? Why is it that I'm an extrovert? Why is it that things are not working the way I want it? And then, in trying to find the answers to these questions, you begin to discover who you are. Because who you are, or who you truly are, lies at the back of this. Before at the age of 7, every child, every human being have not developed the conscious faculty, ability to be logical. And that is why the Jesuits will say, give me the child before the age of 6 or 7, and I'll give you the man. We can't logically analyze things in those period of childhood before the age of 7. And we cannot make real and profound use of our conscious abilities. It is trying to develop. And that is why children are not in that range of age before the age of 7 cannot sing. They only suck in everything that they're given and they try to give it back. They try to regurgitate those things. They try to copy and they try to exhibit. And these are the formative years. And this is the period where we get all the values, all the belief system, all the impressions, all the things that we think are truly ours. And we believe those things because they're coming from authorities, people that we look up to, and because we don't have the analytical mind to decipher or to ask questions why these things happen, or why they're saying the things they're saying, or they're, why they believe the way they believe. So, but right now, since you have to look back. It's not going to be easy. It's not easy. You have to look back. You have to ask questions. You have to begin to to challenge some of the things you believe. You must begin to challenge some of the things that are taught you. And that way you begin to discover who you are. And as you do that, you begin to replace these things with the kind of belief system that's going to help you, the kind of belief system that's going to help you in a relationship, in your business, in your in your in your personal development. So you may need to re-educate yourself and learn so many things, learn new things, and then you begin to move on from there. And that is the only way that you begin to say that you are trying to be yourself. Because up until the moment you begin to analyze these things and begin to question these things, you are not truly who you are. You are what other people have made you to become, what the society have made you to become, what your environment had made you to become, what your parents had made you to become. I am not saying that most of the things that we 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 got from these sources are wrong. No, but there are so many things, and the only way you can know whether those things are working are the kind of life you're living now, the kind of things that are happening in your realities and in your reality, the kind of experiences you're having in your relationship, in your business, and people around you, in everything that concerns you. If it's not reflecting the kind of value, the kind of life, and the kind of things you want to happen in your life, this is a time for you to begin to look in and search and question and discover and try to replace those things with things that are going to help you to be able to get to where you want, to be able to live the kind of life you want, to be able to have the kind of experiences you have. And literally, these things are going to make you uncomfortable, because the things that's been working for you all this while are programmed. They're programmed in your subconscious mind. And it's very difficult for you to break this programming. And the beautiful thing about subconscious mind is this: if you are running with wrong programming, it will be difficult for you to change. If you are running with good programming, the right programming, it will also be difficult to change. And so if you can begin little by little to reprogram yourself positively and then feed your mind with the right thoughts, the right thinking, and over time continue to do it in the way it's supposed to be done and consistently, the things will begin to change. It is not going to be overnight. It is not going to be overnight. The only way that things happen overnight is when people are faced with life-threatening issues and people have gone through some life-threatening issues, or people are facing something that are extremely excruciating, and that will make them change dramatically and drastically and begin to do things differently. But for most of us, we need to begin to change those things little by little, little by little. And it happens most of the time, you know, in different stages of our consciousness. And this is a matter for another day, because the best time you will begin to reprogram your mind is first thing as you're waking up and last thing as you're trying to sleep, because that is the time the mind is receptive to, and the subconscious mind is open for something new to come in to disrupt or to remove or to change what has been in there, what has been programmed in there. So, what you need to do is you have to be consistent. There must be failures. You have to make mistakes, but that should not stop you. If you fail, get up and continue. That should not stop you. It is a marathon, it's not a sprinting. It's not something you do just once and it clicks. You will have to continue because it took so many years for you to get to this point. Don't expect for you to just do it in some few months and some few years. You have to keep at it, you have to keep working, and you have to keep doing it until you begin to see results. Sometimes results can be spontaneous, it can be instant, but then even if it doesn't happen like that, you shouldn't give up. You must continue in this journey because you need this journey, you deserve this journey, and this is the only journey that can lead you to the kind of person you want. For you to be able to experience new realities in your life, you will practically become a new personality. It is only a new personality that can birth new realities in your life. If you continue to do things the way you've been doing it, you continue to believe the way you've been believing, you continue to react the way you've been reacting, you continue to do things the way you're doing, you continue to think the way you're thinking, things will never change. In fact, they may get worse and it becomes a vicious circle. So, this is a time for you to break that circle. This is a time for you to emerge. This is a time for you to really become who you truly are. God's image, God's likeness. This is a time for you to do that. Don't allow the past of your life to determine you now and your future. You have the keys to be able to unlock that. It's not going to be an easy journey, but it's a journey that's worthwhile, and it's a journey that I urge you to try to embark upon today. So have a beautiful day, and I will see you again. God bless you.